Well, if you guys remember, the X-Men 97 finale delivered some huge cameos, but one of the ones that threw fans off was the appearance of the T'Chaka version of Black Panther. We've been asking for a long time why this happened, and now showrunner Beau DeMayo, who's tossing those NDAs out the window, has chimed in and given us a pretty clear and, well, kind of obvious reason why they did it. Now, the X-Men 97 finale definitely gave Marvel fans some huge cameos. We got Cloak and Dagger, we got Daredevil, Captain America, and Black Panther. But we found out that beneath that mask it was not T'Challa, but was indeed his father, T'Chaka. Now, for many fans, this was sort of confusing. Typically, T'Challa's father is portrayed as a former Black Panther who fought alongside Captain America in World War II. And of course, the character showed up in the Fantastic Four animated series as T'Challa, which presumably is part of the same revival universe. Now, fans have had questions about this since it happened, and back when this episode dropped, Beau DeMayo was asked directly, but responded with NDA. Now, an NDA is a non-disclosure agreement that often binds creatives to not reveal what's going on behind the scenes. But given all the drama that's going on with Beau DeMayo and how they're clearly headed to court over some disagreements, DeMayo has had a lot to say. And it turns out some of our assumptions about why they did this, well, they honestly start to make a lot of sense. Now, DeMayo addressed this in a series of tweets, and he actually said, and I quote, "I don't know why Marvel had certain directors trying to spin and lie about this, but we produced X-Men 97 Season 1 in early 2021. The loss of Beau's been weighed heavily on the studio, as well as me as a black man. It felt too soon to do T'Challa, pure humanity before continuity." Now, he was challenged a little bit about continuity, and he did reply to that in a separate tweet saying, "As I said, at the time it didn't feel right, just a matter of respect. If it were today, I think the choice would maybe be different. Either way, trying to spin it as something other than what it was makes no sense to me." Now, if you remember correctly, after the tragic passing of Chadwick Boseman in 2020, Marvel Studios actually chose not to recast the Black Panther in the live-action films. They had the hero die off-screen, and 2022's Wakanda Forever saw his sister Shuri take up the mantle, but did introduce his son, who is also named T'Challa. Now, it appears in that window T'Challa was a bit off-limits for animation as well. He has been part of What If, but many of those episodes also went into production before his death, and that was actually his last performance as the character, so the idea that Marvel Studios was shying away from using him during the development of the show makes a ton of sense to me, and I do understand. Now, I know a lot of people have varied positions on the recasting of the character, and it feels like to me, looking back on it, well, it's a very personal position. I do want to see T'Challa return to the MCU, and I absolutely believe post-Secret Wars that is going to happen. But I have no doubts that Letitia Wright's version of the character is going to return to the MCU, probably be part of Doomsday and Secret Wars, and the post-Battleworld MCU will see the restoration of a lot of these characters, and although I don't think it'll be revealed who the new Black Panther is, I do think Marvel will make it clear T'Challa lives. Obviously, X-Men 97 is big for fans, and I look forward to seeing what Season 2 brings. I really think this is a pretty small detail from Season 1, but the fact that Beau DeMayo is kind of throwing those NDAs out the window could clue us into all kinds of other new and cool details about the production, and hopefully he continues to throw caution into the wind because it's good for us fans.